All right. If you're a doctor or healthcare professional, you are hearing about generative AI everywhere. But let's be real. Beyond the buzzwords, what does this stuff actually mean for your day-to-day practice, for your research? Today, we're going to cut right through the noise and talk about how these tools are becoming seriously essential. So let's just get right to the big question. Is this whole Gen AI thing just another tech fad that'll be gone in a year? Or is it something that's truly going to change how you work? We're going to dig into the evidence and see how this technology is already giving people a real edge. Okay, so this is the single most important idea to get your head around. Don't think of generative AI as a replacement for you. It's not. Think of it as your co-pilot. It's the tool that sits next to you, handling all the tedious, annoying work, which frees you up to focus on what really matters, the stuff only a human can do. What we're seeing is a huge move away from that general purpose AI that you read about in the news and toward these hyper-specialized tools that are built just for medicine. And these aren't just cool toys, they're becoming a real practical part of the daily grind. And the first place this is making a massive difference is by tackling a huge source of pain for, well, probably everyone listening, the absolute mountain of paperwork. We're talking about tools designed specifically to fight that administrative burnout we all know so well. So how in the world does this work? Well, the magic behind it is something called a domain-specific large language model, or LLM. Now, unlike the general AIs that know a little about everything, these models, like MedGemma and Llama MedX, have basically gone to med school. They've been trained exclusively on biomedical data, clinical notes, and research, so they actually understand the context, they speak your language, and they're way more accurate. And that specialized training? It unlocks some pretty amazing new abilities. You could almost call them superpowers. I mean, imagine this. You finish talking with a patient and boom, a perfectly structured clinical note is already waiting for you. Or how about this? You can throw mountains of complex biomedical data at it and have it instantly pull out the key information. And this last one is a real game changer. Models that can look at an X-ray with you and help with diagnostic support. This is real, practical stuff you can use. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, okay, this sounds cool in a lab, but is it real? Well, one of the best ways to find out is to follow the money. And let me tell you, the financial world is not treating this like an experiment. They are pouring billions into it. And this number right here tells you everything you need to know about their confidence. In the startup world, an exit, getting bought out or going public, is the ultimate goal. For AI health companies, that's happening in just under 8 years. That is lightning fast. It means these companies aren't just selling a dream, they're solving real, valuable problems. So what the smart money is saying is this. This isn't just hype, it's a fundamental generational shift. You see companies like Abridge, which automates clinical notes, raising a staggering $150 million. Why? Because the value proposition is a total no-brainer. It saves clinicians time, and that's the most valuable resource there is. So we've seen how AI can streamline the clinical side. But now, let's talk about building your actual practice, your professional brand. For busy people like you, these new no-code platforms are a total game changer because they let you build your entire digital presence without having to hire a team of expensive developers. I mean, just look at the difference here. The old way was a nightmare, right? Complex coding, costly developers, and you kind of lost control of the whole process. The new way? It's all about simple drag-and-drop tools that put you in complete control. You're in the driver's seat of your own professional brand. And honestly, it's way more straightforward than it sounds. You can use these platforms to build everything from a patient portal for bookings to a slick professional website. Then you can automate your workflows by linking it all together. It's about creating your own digital ecosystem that you actually own and control. Okay, let's switch gears for a second and talk to all of you in the world of research. For anyone trying to get published, generative AI is becoming an absolutely essential research assistant, helping you move from raw data to a published paper faster than ever. And there are specific tools out there that are just incredible. I mean, think about those soul-crushing hours you spend formatting citations to match some obscure journal style. Well, a tool like PaperPal just does it for you. Scholar AI can help you make sense of huge amounts of data, and Cite AI even fact-checks your references. It's all about getting rid of the grunt work. And that brings us right back to our main theme. In research, this is your co-pilot. The AI handles the boring stuff, the grammar, the formatting, the basic structure. That lets you pour all of your brain power into what actually matters, the analysis, the interpretation, and the core science of your work. So let's pull all this together. What is this new clinician's edge? It's about using these tools strategically to build a career that's more efficient, more impactful, and frankly, more sustainable, starting right now. So here are the 4 big takeaways. 1, you can seriously reduce burnout by automating the admin. 2, you can get your research published faster. 3, you get to be in total control of your professional brand online. And all of that adds up to number 4, a real, tangible competitive edge in a field that's changing fast. Look, at the end of the day, none of this technology replaces your expertise, your judgment, or your empathy. That stuff is irreplaceable. So the question isn't whether you're going to have to deal with these tools. The real question is, how are you going to use them to amplify your skills and redefine what's possible in your career?